Again, it's that time of the year where we take stock of what has worked and what hasn't worked. But here on Money&Markets, we are committed to sharing with you opportunities around us and how you can take advantage of them. This is Money&Markets, and I'm Charles Boyd, your host. Welcome to the show. Now, first off, we go to Mbarara, where we pick the story of a real estate developer who is doing things a bit different, but most importantly, has decided to look at the opportunities away from the central region, where a number of players seem to be paying keen attention.
One of the things that I can say is that real estate sector in Mbarara is one of the rapidly growing sectors. From the time Mbarara was given city status, you notice that Mbarara is the gateway to the rest of Western Uganda. So all the entire traffic from Kampala to Kisoro to Bushenyi to Ntungamo they make their way through Mbarara. So the perception is there is perceived opportunity to do with the potential that this area presents. First of all, we are seeing a lot of increased urbanization. Many people are coming here. Some have left Kampala to come because it's already congested. Some have left Masaka to come around because there is a perception that when you get city status, there are many opportunities that come in to do with making an income. And all that puts a pressure on properties in terms of housing, in terms of space where people want to run their businesses, and a number of other things. You need schools, you need health centers. All that has an impact on the property business. So that in itself is making this whole industry grow at a pace that we have not seen before. If you come around town in the mornings or evenings, you see even the traffic of people who are accessing the town on a day-to-day basis to go about their work. That in itself informs you that there has been a rapid increase in terms of the number of people. All those who need land, all those who need where to operate their businesses from, all those that have kids who need to attend schools, and all that now paints the picture when it comes to the need and demand when it comes to the real estate developers, what they need to put in place to be able to serve that demand. When you look at Central is more of a saturated market. When you're starting up, you may not have a competitive edge like other players in Kampala. First of all, they have the experience, they have the resources in terms of money, which you may not be able to match. So Mbarara came in as one of the areas that has presents great potential in terms of the location. The director has got a very good understanding of the product knowledge. They have grown up here, they have seen the challenges that people go through here, and they felt it was more ideal to start an idea here and maybe it thrives and spreads to other parts of the country rather than maybe starting elsewhere and then you now come back home. So start from home and then you spread. The second aspect is to do with the competitive edge. So you notice that how Amite has been able to start and the model, affordability in terms of plots of 5-6 million. When you go to central Uganda, where do you get a plot within a radius of 15 or 16 kilometers? So you'll not be appealing, you're probably out of Kampala, so many kilometers out of Kampala. So from Mbarara, that gave us an edge because you have these products which are within reach and very affordable, which is not the case for Kampala. Land is a very key component of all residential and commercial properties that you see anywhere in the world. And for many people, the cost of land is a very big component of what else you get to develop on that land. When the cost is so high, it tends to also limit you to do maybe something that you thought you could do there, or maybe make it very hard for you to even develop. When you see most of the people have been able to acquire the land, you notice that it's not actually developed because they acquire it expensively and maybe they want to develop it, but they don't have the finances to be able to go on. So our model is more of now provide affordable land, make it not so inconveniencing and hard for people to acquire land, so that now they can be able to develop it without feeling a pinch in their pockets. If somebody gets a plot of 5 million, 6 million and wants to put up a house of 20 million, it is much better compared to when you acquire a plot at 20 million, which is already the cost of what you want to put up in terms of a house. Now think of another 30 to develop that land, and maybe you have now 50, 60 million, which many people may not have. So our model is provide that affordable land, which is the first component that somebody needs, and then the developments that they want to put on that property now become easier because from the word go, they have not felt so much in terms of a burden to acquire that land. So the other aspect is the value that we think we can also be able to add on is to do with our long-term prospects or the vision that we have as a company. We are solidly into land, we acquire land and we sell it on three aspects: residential, commercial and the farmlands. But as time goes on, we have also identified other aspects in the market where we can leverage and we make money. One of the things that we have in our business model when it comes to marketing is to do with customer appreciation and retention. And earlier this year in April, we came up with an idea. It was called Buy a Plot and You Win Another Plot for Free campaign, where people buy a plot and you pay to nil and you get into a draw where you stand a chance to win another plot for free. We are currently running another one. December, we are getting into end of year. Many people want to travel, spend some time with family and holidays. So we came up with an idea. It's called Buy a Plot, Win a Trip. So the idea is within a 3-month period from 1st October to the 25th of December, somebody buys a plot of land from any of our properties. You pay for the plot to nil and you stand a chance to get into a draw to win a trip of 2, fully paid by Amity. You notice that for most businesses, the relationship is to do with the transaction. Once we transact and I get money from you, that's where it ends. And yet there is more you need to do post the transaction to be able to sustain. These are the people who are going to recommend other people and then refer them to the business. So they need to feel appreciated beyond them giving you money so that you can retain them for the longer term. So we feel this aspect is very key towards building customer satisfaction, retention, and that long-term loyalty and credibility. Payment model is something that we felt could actually appeal to some of the people that we are targeting. You notice that for many players out there, the idea has always been you must have all the money to be able to acquire the property. But most low-income earners, they cannot afford all that money at a go. So we came up with a model that allows somebody to pay 30% as the initial installment. And then the rest of the money, you can be able to pay it in installments. So for example, if you identify a plot of 5 million, we allow you to pay 30%, which is about 1.5 million. And then the rest of the money, you can always pay in bits. And that's as a result of a conversation that we have with you. We want to know what do you do, how much do you earn monthly, and what do you think you can be able to commit periodically. It could be a week, maybe a month, without hurting your other things that you do. You have a family to take care of, you have maybe a business to make sure that it keeps running, but also you pay for this plot to Amity. So we want to know what is it that you can be able to commit without hurting yourself as a person financially until when you own and acquire this plot of land. One of the biggest challenges for most startups is attracting that good talent. Because when you're starting out, you don't have the money to be able to afford that good pay and also the incentives that come maybe with already established companies. So the whole idea is that for many people that you're going to attract, it is more to do with the vision. So what vision are you setting to these young people that you want to work with so that at the end of the day, they become part of the story? So Amity has been lucky to be able to source for very good talent, young, energetic people who understand the product and they feel they can be part of the success story. That's one of the things that has given us an edge to be able to scale. Somebody being in that job alone and giving them that pay is not enough. People want to develop. You must be able to take care of their personal development also. Beyond this job, what else are you adding on Ramadan so that he feels he's part of a bigger story? So take them for trainings, take them for exposure programs where they can feel inspired and they feel this is something that they can be able to achieve. For example, what we have as a company, we have that clarity of the long-term vision. We want to get into property management. We want to do property development. So all of these things, they give you an idea of you keeping around and you become part of that long-term vision.
What time now to take a very short commercial break? Money&Markets continues after this break.